Boom, we are back, YouTube, and it is November the 2nd. I figured I'd make this video on coaching essentials, which kind of sounds very niche and might not really talk to everybody. Look at the fucking cut on my head. One shave on my head and nicked it. Jeez, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Impatient I am, but nonetheless, fresh cut. See tattoos. Boom. Anyways, back to what's important. Coaching essentials. And I know this might not speak to everybody, but what I found for me that has worked over the years in regards to handling a higher client load, as well as also managing other businesses at the same time. Some of you might know that I've run a massage therapy business alongside with my online coaching for the last 3.5, 4 years. And then a boatload of side jobs early on in my career. So I've always had about 2 to 3 jobs at any given point in time. And obviously, with that being said, you really have to make sure time management and your sanity is taken care of. So a few things that I've always seen that's worked for me over the last 3 years or so, maybe even 4 years. But main thing, having 2 phones. You have a personal phone, you have a work phone. And the reason why I say that is when I first started coaching, I had everything on one phone. And if I wanted a break from talking to clients, I legit could not avoid it because my personal phone and work phone were all in one. So a message would come through, I'd feel obligated no matter if I was on a date with my girlfriend at the time or my wife or whatever the case might be. I would feel that buzz in my pocket go off and I was like, okay, have to answer to X, Y, and Z, make sure they're taken care of. Again, which is great customer service, but you have to also service yourself. Always make sure that's always taken into account. So for myself, 2 phones is a must. Personal phone is recording right now. Work phone is here. Two separate numbers. So when you want to put your work time away, put that phone on Do Not Disturb and off she goes. Secondly, that work phone is always on Do Not Disturb unless it is a show day for someone. I sometimes then give them my personal number if need be. But having that work phone on Do Not Disturb allows me to then jump into the second most important thing, is having set works for time in regards to when you're, I should say, set working times or time blocks. That makes more sense. That way, you know, this window is a work period, you have a break, you have another work period, you have a break, etc. And the reason why I say that is a lot of people like to say I'm a 24/7 communication type deal in regards to coaching. If that is the case that you see that, run for the fucking hills. And I mean it because they don't prioritize their own time. And with that being said, they are going to run themselves dry mentally and emotionally, and it will get you nowhere. So having set work blocks is for me the most important thing in regards to time management and making sure that I am efficient with my time. So for example, in the mornings, I'll wake up 2:30, 3, do about 2 hours worth of work, go to the gym, train, open up the current gym, 9 to 2 athletics, and then from there, I'll do some check-in responses, given that the mornings are quite slow once the 6 a.m. crew kind of strolls in. And then I'll take a break for a couple hours, get back to check-in responses or overall just responses to text messages, etc. And I'll kind of break my day up like that. I'll have about an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of work or my phone that will be open. Put the phone away, same thing, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. But the key thing for me as well, the end of the day, my work phone is off. Come 6:30, 7 p.m., I turn that thing off. Anything after that is just myself in regards to personal time with my family, aka my wife and my 2 dogs. Or I'm already asleep on the couch, one of the two. But I am not working throughout the night. You won't catch me for dead doing that anymore. So to recap, 2 phones, personal, work phone. Second thing, time blocks in regards to when you're working. Top 2 things for me personally. Aside from that, the third and most important thing is figuring out your productivity window and when you work best. If you know that you do not work well later on in the afternoon, set aside the vast majority of your important work in the morning or earlier on in the day, because your clientele deserves the best you. They are paying you for your services, but they're also paying you to be on the ball. And this is important because your client results not only reflect you as a coach, but that brings in more clientele. So always, always, always work within your productivity windows and making sure that everything that is the most important thing for that day is done in that time frame. So 3 things. Again, recap: 2 work phones, time blocks. I already got 3 fingers up, and then productivity windows. Those are the 3 most important things I've always found have worked for me over the last few years in regards to time management, client results, and overall my own sanity. Because managing a roster of 45 to 50 clients can be a lot, especially massaging full time. I've retired from that now, but I run the gym in regards to supplements, clothing, the commercial gym aspect of everything pretty much. And you really have to make sure that you mentally are on your ball game. Simple as that. And I would like to say that the 4th, maybe not so important because it's not a every day or every week kind of thing, but setting time aside for you in regards to vacation. Now, that doesn't mean, you have to fly to Indonesia and go to Bali for 3 months or anything like that. But even if it is like a 2 to 3 week period or a 2 to 3 day period, if you just need to set some time aside to reset and recharge to be a better you, definitely, definitely go ahead and do so. For example, last season when I was competing, I did England, I did Florida, and I did Texas. And it was about a span of 6 weeks I did those 3 shows. And I was still on the ball game with my client responses. That never changed. But almost every day post show, I would take at least 8 hours of the day, unless again there's somebody that was competing, and I'd just take that time to myself, just to decompress from the day prior, reset, recharge, go outside, go for a little walk, or go to the grocery store and check out the American groceries, whatever it might have been. Just having those 3 days, after each and every single show to kind of just release is needed. So whatever you find works best for you, do it. But always make sure that your time management when doing that is not going to be of any sort of detriment to your clients and what they have going on at the current time. So keep that in mind. Anyways, that's that for this week in regards to YouTube content. So remember, 2 phones. I got 2 phones. And then, of course, your productivity window. And then you've got your time blocks throughout the day. Give it a shot if you're not already doing so. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and I'll bring this content to you as often as I can. Peace.